We will now look at organisational abuse. The definition of this form of abuse is where poor care and neglect occurs within an establishment of care, for example a care home, hospital, or the vulnerable adult's own home. Everyone has the right to an acceptable standard of care as set out by the government laws and legislation. The maltreatment of vulnerable adults can occur where their needs and requirements are not prioritised to ensure the smooth running to the setting and/or services for their own financial gains. Organisational abuse, often referred to as institutional abuse, is more likely to take place where the staff team are lacking in adequate communication skills, speak another language, lack of understanding, lack of supervision, support by senior roles, i.e. line manager, inadequate staffing to fulfil the duties required, resulting in poor care and management, inadequately trained for their role, isolated establishment, where outside involvement from other professionals is not supported, reducing the prospect of fresh ideas, viable change, and up-to-date knowledge. Examples of this are vulnerable adult being left in compromising situations, for example, left in the bath or on the toilet for long periods of time, lack of, inappropriate use of medical treatment, for example, unnecessary catheterization, giving of medication which are non-prescribed, lack of provisions, personal belongings, clothing, confinement, restrictions on the vulnerable adult, i.e. lack of or no flexibility in the bedtime morning routines, unsuitable care and attention provided to the conditions in which the vulnerable adult lives, failure to support and respect the vulnerable adult's right to free choice, independence and self-respect, lack of choice regarding food menus or dietary requirements, inadequate following of care plan or no care plan in place, unnecessary participation in financial discussions by carers, care staff and managers. Physical indicators can be vulnerable adult treated and spoken to with lack of respect, i.e. treated as a child, left unchallenged, bored due to lack of provisions in their daily programme, absence of other people, family members, due to lack of encouragement by carers and staff, vulnerable adult feeling anxious due to uncompromising routines enforced by carers with regards to their daily routines for washing, toileting, dressing, mealtimes, vulnerable adult left feeling despondent that they have no power or say in how their care is given. Physical restraints have left inappropriate evidence, marks on the vulnerable adult's body.